So great to have Manas and Richard here. Actually, you guys already have 3 intensive sections. From the first section from Casey and Dr. Jen, Miller and Kwakao Naku, and also Linda with Tipu from NVIDIA, also Yamamoto-san. Yeah, actually, you guys described the Edge AI opportunity very perfectly. But this is the final section from the English part. And the most, I please need to say, this is the most important thing, most important section, that actually this section we are going to talk Edge AI opportunity from software point of view. So actually, Ashley already mentioned that talking about the Nagarro and also Manas, your position. But just for, I think that more than 50% of the Taiwan audience here, that actually allow me to introduce a little bit about Nagarro. Nagarro is actually the German IPO company with more than 18,000 employees worldwide, and they're doing the business around 39 countries. So actually, just like similar like Advantech. Advantech is the industrial and also the embedded device, the hardware king in the worldwide, and also the king of the edge computing. Also, Nagarro actually they're quite focused. Business software is focused on industrial and also embedded software service, and it's a global leader in terms of digital engineering. So, Mr. Manas, I'm not sure that if I introduce Nagarro correct way, but so Manas, I would like to invite you to give us your understanding about Edge AI opportunity and Nagarro. So, Manas, please.
Thank you very much, Mark. It's difficult to come on and follow 3 great sessions like that. But maybe I'll take another perspective on Edge AI. I'm always surprised how much our physical world still looks like it looked 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago. So I don't know if you have seen these black and white photographs of our roads, of houses, kitchens, bedrooms, hotel rooms. But if you take a black and white photograph of our roads, kitchens, bedrooms, hotel rooms, they will look almost the same, right? So the actual physical world has not changed. And I think that the number of devices that we have, in this room even, if you take away our mobile phones, more or less we are living in 50, 75 years ago. And I think that this is about to change. I think that with Edge AI, which we have talked so much about, there's going to be this explosion of devices that can do interesting things for us. So for example, in one of the first sessions, the microphone stopped working. And there was no intelligence in the systems and devices to solve that problem, right? So you have lots and lots of such cases in this entire room. Of course, also people bringing the chairs up. Maybe humanoid robots will bring the chairs up. But in general, I think our physical world is about to change. And a lot of this AI that we're going to use, that we talk about today, it's all virtual, it's going to come to our physical world. And it's going to be on the edge, for, as Dr. Chen and many others said, for efficiency, for resilience, for latency, for security, especially in many countries. So data sovereignty is a big issue. So you're going to see an explosion of this. And I think these growth rates of 25, 30% all look very real. Now, in this context, right, there are many challenges, right? So there's some challenges are technical about, how do you move your models to the small footprint and all of that, right? But I think the other challenge is that across these industries, across these companies, these use cases, like this microphone use case, right? How are they going to get transformed? So, some of these industries have been on digital transformation journeys for a long while, but how do we intercept those journeys? How do we bring these intelligent edge AI solutions to these industries? And there's a long tail of these possible solutions in every industry. And that's where I think, the opportunity is. And so we are extremely excited to work with Advantech, to partner with Advantech today, to try to bring this to industry, try to bring this great revolution that we see ahead of us to make it real and make it happen.
Thank you, Manas. You really did talk this kind of AI opportunity out of the box. Actually, Manas bring us a lot of inspiration and also from software point of view, actually by the talking that actually he shared our team that actually from software point of view, we see more and more smaller devices that require optimized AI modules to implement into the edge computing devices. So comes to the edge computing, the software part. So we know Advantech, actually we are majorly that I can say more than 90% is a hardware company. But we do still have a lot of software engineer in doing the software capability, especially the wise edge part Casey already bring up. So I would like to come to the Richard. So you are the software architecture for Advantech. And in terms of the wise edge, and from now on, we do see a lot of opportunity and changing from the chipset side, from system level side. So Richard, would you mind to share us what's the detail and also the structure in terms of Advantech wise edge orchestration and also what's the going to do? Yeah.
Okay.
Richard,
thank you, Mark. In previous session, such as the Omniverse or the Qualcomm, the container they mentioned, actually you can consider that wise edge is a glue to connecting all them together. Okay. And just like Casey mentioned at the very beginning, it shows architecture. I will dive into that for detail. I hope that it will not too technical. Okay, and in brief, the wise edge it comprises 3 different levels. We level 1 to level 3, and the third level, the level 3, we can consider is just like a traditional SCADA or industrial software. For Advantech in the past, we have developing on it over 10 years, and such as IEMS for energy management or IoT suite for data collecting and analysis. But for the edge AI era, we created 2 new levels, the level 1 and level 2, just like Qualcomm mentioned, the containers. Why we need the level 1? Because now the edge devices are getting smarter than ever. But usually these kind of edge devices are embedded system, are on embedded system with NPU or GPUs. That is not familiar with the traditional developers, especially nowadays, those so-called AI experts, they might be such as a civil engineer or environment analyst. They are very good at building model on desktop computer with NVIDIA GPU, and the operating system might be Windows. But they do not know how to deploy those model on edge devices. That it would be very difficult for them. So to solve this problem, Advantech proposed a level 1 toolset to solve the problem. Okay. Our solution is just like similar to Qualcomm. We provide 2 types of containers. The first type container is, we call that base container. We encapsulate the popular operating system, just like Ubuntu and Edge AI and AI libraries, such as the PyTorch, TensorFlow, or LangChain. So our developers, they only have to rebuild, just like a Docker file, rebuild them, and deploy the new container on Advantech or any other, of course, primary Advantech hardware to run their new containers. So they don't have to worry how to set up environment parameters anymore. That was easy to them. And the second type container is microservice containers. Microservice container, we have packaged a lot of ready-to-use, such as the OLAMA or VLM, or some object detection, web service, microservice with web API applications. So developers can integrate their containers with our Microsoft containers very fast and easy to build their edge AI solutions. But we know, according to statistics and research, in next 5 years, 80% of the edge applications, edge AI applications, will deploy as containers. But how to manage those numerous containers outside, scattered outside? So we propose a second level, the level 2. We have a device management tools to manage monitoring those containers. But of course, the device management features also includes some traditional remote device status monitoring are also included. And for the IoT data part, unlike the traditional one, we provide a high-speed, high-volume data pre-processing and purify to make sure all the data fed into the EdgeSync, our WiseEdge, actually is our WiseEdge structure, and those data will be ready to fed into AI modeling system or the digital twin system, just like the Edge Impulse or Omniverse. So the next slide, I will give a solid, please move to, This slide, I will give a very simple example, demonstrate how to use the level 1 or level 2 to build a typical AI solution. At the bottom of this slide is Advantech hardware options, just like iCam. iCam is a GPU, is an image industrial camera with GPU and is programmable. And another one is Advantech embedded system. You can collect the sensor data, external sensor data. So all the image can be pushed into the Edge Impulse constantly, and all the images trained and pushed back to the iCam. So get the camera getting smarter. Imagine if that camera is installed for PCB default detection. So at the very beginning, that would be the detection rate maybe 40 or 50%. Maybe after you use it for a month or 2 months, it will increase to 70%. We try to create an auto training loop. And for the data, for the sensing data, it will push to our async automatically, and after the data purified, it will push to Omniverse or the Microsoft Azure digital twin system. And the last thing, very, very important, is we build a lot of MCP servers. So to let the MCP servers is a kind of tool that AI agent can use it. So in the future, I believe in the near future, all the entire factory or the IoT system can be controlled by language interaction, but not the traditional graphic user interface. For example, in this example, you can control a chamber. You can ask the AI agent, please elevate the temperature to 200 Fahrenheit on production line 3/3 chambers. Or you can ask what's the PCB defect rate, average PCB defect rate in past 3 weeks. So that is our goal, to make everything is AI agent. Okay, we move to the next one. Yeah, this is the last one. All the level 1 and level 2 resources we put on our website. So everyone, such as container catalog, WiseEdge, marketplace, and developer website. So after the session, if you are interested, you can visit our website to check it out.
Thank you, Richard. So you bring up the the marketplace, Wise Marketplace, container, and also catalog portal. So I back to the Manas. I know you have a great talk with Casey, and your team is working with Richard's team in terms of WiseEdge. So would you mind to give us some suggestion or any opinion how Nagarro is going to help Advantech in terms of the WiseEdge? So Manas, please.
Yeah, sure. It's actually been fantastic to get to know Casey and his energy and ambition and enthusiasm and his love for Advantech and its products, his love for Taiwan is fantastic. So Casey is, it's really inspiring to meet him. And actually the whole Advantech team has been over the last several months, we have worked together and had very good relationships and friendships developing. But coming to WiseEdge, I think a lot of work has been done, and it's a very dramatic sort of approach. See, we are happy to support it with our experience. As Nagarro, we have been in the software product engineering space for nearly 30 years. And you probably use our software that we have built every day somewhere or the other. For example, I was taking this Singapore Airlines flight to Taipei, and when the pilot says your flight time is so many hours, so many minutes, I know the product, that's Lido, and we have built that product for Lufthansa Systems Lido, which Singapore Airlines uses. So in that way, because we have been building products, so we have some sense not just of the software engineering, not just of the data, but also architectures and so on, but beyond that, product management, product roadmaps, product life cycles, product teams and how they should work together, and to scale that out. So I think we bring that to WiseEdge. So turbocharge WiseEdge's ambition, hopefully. Second, WiseEdge is designed for software engineers, and we are software engineers, so from a user perspective also we can add our inputs. And then we have a huge variety of clients. We have clients in like over 1,000 clients. And we can bring what we learn about the actual uses of WiseEdge at these clients back to Advantech. So I think that together we expect to do a lot more with WiseEdge and really drive it forward.
Thank you, Manas. So now we need to appreciate that Manas, you bring the Nagarro, so all the software force to behind Advantech and to support the WiseEdge, this kind of software platform. So Richard, we have a customer here and also the channel partner, system integrator here. Would you mind giving one last value to encourage a customer to use WiseEdge?
Okay. Of course, Manas just mentioned WiseEdge is for engineer. That is one way we help our channel partner or our system integrator, this kind of partner. But another kind of help is on business. Because traditional way, maybe a lot of people may think if I want to build a AI system for a factory, we might have to spend a lot of money on AI modeling. But actually, according to the statistic, building an AI system for a factory or a company, 80% of the cost is on IoT infrastructure. Infrastructure including the communication, the sensoring, and the data pre-processing, and of course the data center or cloud system. Only 20% is on AI. So WiseEdge, we can cut the cost and development time on IoT parts to about 20% and AI part to 5%. So in total, only about a quarter of it was. Okay, so that is not just benefits. That is not just benefit our partner on profit, but benefit on market developing, market expansion.
Okay, thank you, Richard. 75% saving from the time and cost is really a big amount for you using the WiseEdge. Okay, so Manas, back to you. So would you mind, besides those WiseEdge cooperation, and we know that Nagarro is the software leader in terms of a digital engineer, Advantech is embedded, also the industrial edge computing leader. What else you think both sides can work together for this, besides the WiseEdge software partnership? What things you think both companies can do together?
So I think we're entering into a really deep partnership, and so to have many streams. I think beyond the basic WiseEdge platform, we are looking at building out industry-specific solutions, right, together. And we work in several industries around the world, and we have multi-million or tens of millions of annual customer connect for multiple years and for decades even with these customers. So we know what they're looking for, we know what can help their businesses, so we can build with Advantech these industry-specific solutions, whether they're full products or they're extensible accelerators or whatever. So we have to still figure that out, but that is one area which would really help, I think, all our customers and SI partners of Advantech to take more solutions to your clients, right? So I think that's very exciting. I think beyond that, we as Nagarro have like 1,000 plus customers, as I said, and we are able to then bring Advantech's solutions to these customers. And know that Advantech's huge international distribution and support can support them, so that's fantastic. And also we are German listed and we have a big presence in India, so I think that in these two countries at least, we can definitely open doors for Advantech, support Advantech a lot more. So very, very exciting for us.
Thank you, Manas. So I think that all the audience here, that we are lucky to witness the cooperation between Nagarro and Advantech side. 42 years ago, Casey founded Advantech. And 30 years ago, Manas, you built up the Nagarro teams. So both sides joined together, not only from the hardware to the software. Also tomorrow morning, Casey and Manas will have another joint venture. We are planning for the 2026 business plan, to bring all the together in terms of the solution or energy, industrial, and also transportation, from the air company to the transportation company. A lot of businesses we can cooperate together. And the final thing is the wise age is also very important. Through the cooperation between Advantech and the Nagarro, that today, actually, I know that not only the Nagarro team, you appreciate that you bring the more than 7 people from Nagarro, from Japan, from India, from Nagarro worldwide. And also Advantech side, or all the Advantech customer, we have a Japan customer, Korean customer, also Intercom customer, Middle East customer, from everywhere. I believe that today's meeting is just the beginning. After this meeting, actually both sides, the RBU team, the partner, channel partner, we should work together to bring this wise age and the age AI opportunity together. So thank you, Manas, and thank you, Richard, again. Thank you.